And we're back. So, last time on the adventures of the Dungeon Temple Pyramid thingy, or the Pyramid Temple, you guys finished half the first floor, discovered that Raymond's shield is a missile attraction curse on it, where all ranged attacks will hit him. So going back around, you found behind the throne room was an elevator to head lower into what seems like a dungeon crypt thing from the pyramid. You discovered an arcane sealed door that asks the question, if you open this door, are you ready to accept the responsibilities? You all enters yes. You open the door. Immediately, Aaron gets attacked after being cocky by a chaos ooze that consumed him and was burning him through the outside with the ooze's inside. You killed that thing, discovered that there was more. You passed uh, a grave area where more chaos oozes were, then into a large library where you had a thematic battle with the oozes slowly charging towards you as you shot them down and started burning the library down. As the embers cooled, you guys took a rest, went into the next room, found all these skeletal-like creatures, skeleton-like zombie-like creatures just roaming around, hitting themselves on things, and this undead paladin just pushing this door. Evan went into the room, blew them all up with his horn. You guys proceeded to the next room where you saw a snake lady like creature after arrest and the screams of the statue she was calming down. Raymond ran in, stabbed her in the back. She died after thanking you guys. And then you proceeded to talk some more, and then talk some more. Then opened the final door, found a broken portal on the ground where purple shards are everywhere. It seems you see an altar on the other side of large this large room. You see a long table with many like silverware and stuff, books stacked here and there. Evan found a like book that basically explains that these people were into dark arts and stuff. You guys got bored and started leaving the room, and then you hear an ominous voice that says, "My lords, you've returned." And that's where we're gonna pick off. Oh, right. Aaron found parchment paper inside the snake lady loot pockets. Randy got something else that I don't remember anymore. And that's where we left off. Okay, cool. So picking up where we left off, you all three of you, as you were walking out the room again, hear, "My lords, you've returned." Boom.
Yes, we have. Where's Archmage Darkwater? Aaron just says into the open air, sort of looking around, putting on a bit of a different voice, and he's looking rather frantic, although he's trying to contain it. He's looking a little frantic, but his voice doesn't portray any of that.
You hear no reply.
Well, that didn't work. Do I see
Raymond,
anything?
Raymond says under his breath to you, I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh, I never know what I'm doing. Uh, where was the voice coming from? Is there somewhere that we can hear?
Inside the room, basically. Like with your passive, that I just explained everything you see inside the room.
We're outside the room at this point.
Inside the room.
Okay,
Yeah, you're like at the door edge.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk into the room.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start picking up some of those purple shattered crystal stuff.
Okay. Your body feels unbalanced, as a way to explain it. You feel different connections inside your head that you kind of are accustomed to for being the way you are in this world, but also feel like things are pulling at you that shouldn't be pulling at you. And you feel unbalanced, but these crystals don't really do much other than that. You feel unease holding these.
Perfect. I'll begin to wrap them in cloth and put them away in the backpack. How much is there of this stuff?
It's quite a few. Some of them are less glowing than others. Some of them are just hollowed rocks at this point. They're too weak to do anything. They're everywhere though.
What'd you say? What was the first thing you said?
They're too weak to do anything.
Okay. Would Aaron know that?
That's
somehow?
What you gather from it, that at one point these things could be like worse than the feeling they're giving you, but right now they just give you an uneasy feeling.
Okay. And if I wrap one in cloth and put it in my backpack, do I still feel uneasy and unbalanced after it's out of my hand?
It's more like unless you put the feeling aside, the feeling will stay there. But since you're wrapping it up and just putting it away, you're basically pushing it out of your mind.
Okay.
It's like if you picked up a tarantula in your hand. You know it's not going to do anything to you, but you know you have a tarantula in your hand. Until you put it down, you still know that you have it in your hand.
Okay.
Like
so
that.
He's going to wrap some of the more glowy looking crystals still. They could have some use. And keep an eye on the room, sort of looking around. He's trying to sort of stay as upright as possible, even as he kneels. He's trying to almost put on this, like he's supposed to be here. And he's wearing this, this smile of confidence as he begins to kneel and pick up some of these, looking back to his friends. And Evan would hear, just sort of in the back of his head, oh boy. Any ideas, Evan?
Not a one. You know what they do yet?
No idea. Probably not something I should be touching, as he picks up the next one and begins to wrap it up. I don't think
I
they're
imagine
particularly potent at this point, though.
there's like that long silence after you ask. After you say what you say, and then I just hear you talking, like rambling, basically, to Evan. And you're wearing this grid, and I sort of nudge you as you knelt down. And I look down, and yes, you look up. I say, well, as you've clearly got such a great rapport with the voice, why don't you ask her to come out? And he says that sort of almost like a whisper again. And he smiles at you.
Aaron would have been using his ability to speak directly to Evan's mind with the rest of that. Oh, that after I asked.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I understand now. Yeah, so Aaron would sort of cut off the connection to Evan and look just sort of up and around as he picks up another one of these nice crystals and slips it away. He stands up. Show yourself.
What's her passive again, Aaron?
Oh boy, I believe 11.
11.
11.
You hear like creaks and movement, but you don't know where it's coming from. That's about it.
Can
I'm
I
only
make
doing
a
this for
perception check?
you can. I'm only doing this for Aaron since he's the only one moving around in the room.
That's a 15.
15. So you start looking into the direction where the sounds are coming from, and you notice like a human figure across the room behind the altar, and you hear a voice just softly say, but you can pick it up. I really can't move, my lord. I'm sorry.
And Aaron laughs slightly with a smile. Of course you can't. Get over here. As he takes a couple of confident steps towards him.
As you get closer, you notice that this humanoid figure is a skeleton that seems to be singed onto the table. I mean, onto the chair he's sitting at. Like his bones melted onto the iron chair, and only his skull seems to be moving. Lord, I've tried, but I can't. I can hardly see you, much less move.
And Aaron smiles. He over exaggerates it to hopefully catch some of the skeleton's attention with this just smile splitting across his face. I suppose you can't. Worthless.
Man, it's like on cue.
He is so annoyed, he's just dropped.
I bet he is. Hold on. There he is.
What was the last thing you heard?
That was amazing.
You call them worthless and then you'll dropped.
Wow. So he calls him worthless, and he turns his back on the skeleton. And as he looks back towards his friends, Aaron has this look of like, oh, shoot. I don't know what to do. Like his face is just like of a bit of shock, like, oh no, as he turns away from the skeleton. And then stops and looks back and says over his shoulder, how's the place held up? It's been a while.
No reply.
I imagine that as he looks over his shoulder, that me and Evan exchange a glance, and he would notice that my hand is like firmly gripped around my sword. That oh shit! Actually, I imagine that the sword would already be out, but it would be by his side, and you just see it his hand just grip. Maybe his jaw tense, but he doesn't move. Not until he gets the word, as he hopes that Aaron's got some sort of plan, but he's just waiting for the word.
Aaron then turns all the way around, looking by this skeleton seared to a chair. Is there anything else over here? Anything more of interest, perhaps?
So what's your spot? what you seem to not notice before were all these what seemed to be uh, blackened silhouettes of people and creatures around the wall and on the floor. And the ones that catch your eye the most are the singe markings of tentacle-like creatures on the ceiling. But that's mostly what catches your eye now that you're looking around with your passive 15, right? I mean,
Yeah,
your
I rolled a
perception.
15.
Yes, with your roll of 15, that's what you see. Other than that, it's the same description as before.
Okay. With no response after waiting a couple of beats, and then slowly turning as he looks at all of this, he looks directly at the skeleton. He would sort of wave his hand, and he would make it very obvious as he begins to cast a spell. Very just wide and open as he casts Minor Illusion of just this shadowy mask over his own face.
Okay.
Do I need to ask you again? How has the place held up?
I don't know, sir. Where are we?
And he throws his hand down as the shadows break. And he would again just sort of wave his hand as he's going to cast a Minor Illusion of a shadow, just a wall of just black in front of the skeleton's face, so it can't see anything.
Okay. It doesn't know you're doing this.
Well, you said it can hardly see.
All right. Point
So
taken.
I don't know.
All right. It just sits there.
Okay. And he's going to walk back over. There doesn't appear to be anything of value in this room. Anything? Are there passageways leading out?
Nope. This is the last room in this walkway you've been through.
I suppose this is now our responsibility. And he looks between, Randy, Evan, and Raymond. The portal, perhaps? My worthless servant, perhaps? And the whole time Aaron's face as he's looking at you is completely different from his voice. His face is like trying to come up with an idea, a little bit, maybe just a little bit scared. His mind's turning, but his voice is very confident for the servant's sake.
I'd like to step forward alongside Aaron and just say,
all right, answer me this question. Is Aaron facing the door or the skeleton when he's saying all this? And if you're stepping forward, all right, if you're stepping forward, are you facing the skeleton or the archway?
I would go to address the skeleton, so I'd be looking at him.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a scary question. I would step forward and just say, who do you serve?
The voice replies, Pharaoh Machenli. Pharaoh Machenli. Machala. Pharaoh Manchala.
And then
Machala.
Raymond would say, and why?
Because he is our king.
And now, can I do some sort of check to? I mean, that sounds obscure, but is there anything I can do to rack my brains about this word that you just said, Aramachella?
You can roll a history.
Oh, good roll for the start of the night. That's a unnatural one.
So the only thing you can get out of this is you know that there's that name is connected to some event, but you're not sure whether it's good or bad, what's it about, or anything. You just got a name for it. You're like, that sounds familiar. No idea what's it about.
I imagine that Raymond hasn't got the foggiest clue, and it just sounded like syllables to him. But the fact that those words are in the air, and that Aaron and Evan, who are probably more schooled than he is, have heard them. Hopefully, they get something. And he just sort of he just dead eyes, and he's just staring at this thing, this thing that he'd love to just end right now. Yeah, there's no place in this world for it. But he loosens his grip on his sword slightly and knows that this is more about intel than bloodshed. And he steps back. He doesn't turn, he just steps back and lets Aaron carry on.
I got a whole 6 for my history check, so yes, I'm a lot more schooled than you.
Come on.
So the only
Inspiration.
Oh, can I? Yeah.
yeah, you can.
Nice. This is a great time for inspiration. Oh, there we go. 22.
20. Wait. How did a 6 go to 22?
I have +3. The first time I rolled a 3. The second time I rolled a 19.
Oh, okay. You used the reroll. You
Yeah.
okay. I thought you were adding a +6 to a D6 to it. I was like, okay, that's
No, that one's
math,
garbage.
math doesn't add up. I don't know how that works, but okay.
Yeah, no, I rerolled.
So you said what again? Sorry.
22.
22. Evan, with your 12, you only get that you kind of recall that there's a bad event connected to that name. Aaron, with your no wait, Evan with your 12, Aaron with your 22. You remember hearing the fall of uh, Muchala's empire in the desert region once. You don't know where this information is coming from, but you remember hearing that some like the wrath of a god impeded and destroyed his empire from the inside, where after huge this huge chaotic event happened, that Machala lost a lot of his people to it, and so lost most of his power, which led to other empires taking the kingdom and destroying it completely, leaving only this pyramid as a treasure holder, but always having it be removed from society where no one can find it. And you just connected the dot that pyramid is this pyramid.
Nice. Yeah, Aaron's sort of lost in thought for a couple seconds as he's running through all this in his head. Turns. Servant. I feel as though you've forgotten, given your lack of use today. I feel as though you've forgotten, who am I? Answer me. Who am I?
Damn it. Fucking mute button. You hear a less scruffled voice. I don't know, my lord. Who are you?
And Aaron walks up swiftly. And he's going to go and just sort of grab the skull of this thing and see if it reacts. Just like grab, thumb on one cheek, or absence thereof, fingers on the other cheek, and just sort of grab him at the chin, and just see if it reacts.
Other than you would react by having that happen to you, like it looks. You have its attention on its face. It doesn't really move since it's singed.
The one that can make you die or cease to unlive, or make your suffering eternal. And he just sort of let him go, turn back, and you would each in turn hear, well, he'd start with Raymond. You would just hear a voice in the back of your head, Raymond. Any ideas on information we can get out of him? Anything important? My goal to get a name out of him seems to have failed. Raymond?
And I can respond in your head, right?
You can respond in we can telepathically communicate. Yes.
You see Raymond just sort of cock and shake his head ever so slightly. He's trying to keep composed in front of this thing. And he says, ask it how it became like this. Like, sorry, Paul, you say singed? He's like smelt like welded to this table, right, and this chair.
His body is, as since Aaron just proved that he can move the head up and down. The head doesn't seem singed, but the rest of as far as you can see, the top half of it is singed onto this thing.
Yeah, so he says, ask it how it became like this. And Raymond's kind of thinking maybe, like, is this chair is it like a throne?
Like a metal chair, maybe. It's behind a study desk, so no.
Okay. I was thinking maybe he was like maybe he was the king or something. But yeah, that's what he says. He's probably of no help.
Study desk. Ooh, I guess I missed that. Aaron makes a note of that. He'll get to that in a second.
I remember there was piles of books on the table, but
I think, yeah. Anyway, Aaron is going to sort of get very close to this thing. Will you answer even a single question? Are you good for anything, slave? Speak now. How did this happen to you? Do you remember? And he clasps one hand onto the chair as he gets very, very close to this thing's face. Centimeters apart. Do you remember how this happened to you?
I remember I was doing my Lord's bidding. I remember the gate open. We all cheered as the creatures came out. The power was so immense, and then it shattered. The explosion, the I couldn't move for centuries. I saw time fly as I hear the screams of my companions on the other side of the iron doors. I don't remember after that. I was asleep until you came back in, until you opened the doors.
Huh.
If there's a pause,
There would be.
Raymond shouts, doesn't shout, but he speaks in his normal tone. I imagine it sort of echoes a little. And were you alive when this happened to you?
We all were. We were the most alive we've ever been.
And he says, he sort of nods. And he says, then I'll do you a service. And he starts talking forward with his sword. He's going to end his life if that. Well, obviously, carry on, question him, stop me, do whatever you want to do. But
Aaron,
Raymond feels like it's doing him an honor. It shouldn't be like this.
and I think Aaron would agree. First thing that would happen is Aaron would put his hand sort of on Raymond's chest to stop him momentarily, and then look to Evan. A sort of voice peeking into Evan's head. Anything you want to ask him before we relieve this poor soul of his consciousness?
Evan, who's been much more quiet than even usual, just not even verbally responding in his head. You sort of get the equivalent of shaking his head no, but only in his head with telepathy. As he just silently starts poking through books and stuff.
And then Randy, almost as a courtesy, would hear, anything you want to ask him, Randy?
I don't know, guys. I don't like it here.
Great. And Aaron would take his hand off of Raymond's chest and just give him a nod.
So I imagine Raymond had to walk like the length of the room, or
Yeah.
at least whatever, and then he stopped. And as your eyes meet Evan's, he looks at Evan as well, and then looks back at you until he gets the sort of okay. He gives you a single nod, and he doesn't look like he doesn't take any pleasure in this.
Wait. I have one request.
Speak it.
Was the staff found? That staff only my lord had. Was it found?
It has been a long time for us as well. Our memories fade. Speak.
Was
What
the
staff?
staff found?
I said speak. What staff? I remember vaguely. And I've seen a staff in another's possession. What did it look like? What was it? I only vaguely remember, and he's clutching his head as he gets into the theatrics. It's so close.
Do you have the staff? Yes or no?
We
I
do
beg
not
of
have
thee.
the staff.
Who's closer to him?
Oh no. I think I would be. Well, no, we're
I
probably
imagine
both.
that there is literally inches in it.
I think he
Raymond's
could bite
sword
me.
isn't fully out. It's like he's pulled back and like leant in but he can still like see the front of his face. So if I imagine that Aaron's sort of at the side of the chair, leaning in. So it's.
So it sounds like Raymond's the closest.
Like I said, there's inches in it. So if you want to, I imagine you should roll for that because that is
Yeah,
close.
it's really close to both of us.
Well,
think.
the person that's closest to his face would just see a spark of green fire begin to erupt in his eyes.
And him. And I'm
There's
gonna
no-
Eldritch
There's
Blast.
no
out.
way that we don't both see that.
It's a small fire.
In whatever order, I think. Oh man, Raymond, Aaron's so curious, but I think Raymond hits him either way. So
Well,
Did you say Eldritch Blast then?
I
that-
was gonna Eldritch Blast. I'm so curious, but I think Aaron's going to as soon as you swing. Aaron's really ready to do it, but he looks so curious at that green flame.
That's
He's
the same.
torn.
So if there's nothing else to be said, Raymond will just say rest as he pushes the skeleton's head back as far as it will go, and he pushes his sword like through the vertebrae in the neck, just severing the head.
okay. The chair falls over as you're pushing it down. It seems that the burned feet that were on the ground, like unlatched, and as you're pushing the sword, the chair seems to be leaning back, and the head pops right off and lands. Well, as you're pulling the sword off, it just topples to the ground and is dead. Like, I mean, it topples, it falls, the head rolls off and it just falls to the ground. It's already dead, but you get the idea.
After that, Raymond, go on.
Aaron would put a finger over your mouth, Raymond, immediately. You could tell he looks very suspicious. And he'd look down to the head. There. Now we can carry you with us as we find the staff. This is agreeable, yes?
No answer.
And Aaron just sighs in relief as he puts his hand down. Just a precaution. Just in case. I wasn't sure that would actually do anything.
Raymond utters under his breath, what the hell is this place? As he, for the first time, really takes in the room. I imagine that he's been focused on either the party
Hello?
or the skeleton.
Who said hello? Hello?
Oh,
What?
Hello? Is it me?
Oh.
Hello? Paul?
Hello?
Because now I can't hear either of you.
I can
Can you
hear
hear
Dan
me?
and Chris, and I can't hear you, Paul. I mean, I can hear you.
Hear us.
Also.
I can hear everyone.
Oh, that was weird. I can hear you all clearly again.
Oh, okay. Dan,
That
can you
was,
hear us? Okay.
Yeah. You guys were all good on my end.
Oh, so it was just Paul.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was weird. Did you hear
Right.
what I said?
I heard nothing. I heard you start speaking, and then everyone just started cutting out.
So I just said that Raymond utters under his breath, what the hell is this place? And then for the first time since we've entered the room, he takes in the room. He looks around. I imagine that he's been focused on the party and the skeleton solely. So at this point, he looks at the walls and the ceiling. He takes the whole thing in because this is so fucking creepy and strange that he takes in as much as he possibly can.
Wait a minute. Was it a jester rod or a jester's staff that I have?
It was a jester's rod.
Okay, it was a rod. I don't know why I've written down staff. I just looked down and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. Okay, rod.
Gentlemen, Evan pikes up. I believe we have company.
Evan, does a 14 hit your AC?
I don't think so.
Would hit mine.
As you turn around and look, you see a undead claw just go to scratch you, and you just take a step back and miss, and you see 5 undead creatures start walking into the room slowly, groaning and hissing. And roll initiative, guys.
Oh, brother. Okay.
So 14.
14 as well.
Who has the better
I think-
dex?
I got +2.
I've got a 0.
Okay, so it's Aaron.
Can I just
What were
ask, are they coming in the door that we walked through? Like,
Yep.
or they're coming in other doors that are in the room?
To the one you walked through.
And I imagine that we've seen. Are there other doors in this room? In this place?
No
Well, we haven't
other
seen
room. No other doors in this room.
Ah.
So, undead zombie number 1 is going to walk over and go to bite Evan. $12 versus AC doesn't hit. Undead zombie number 2. 6 versus AC doesn't hit Evan either. Aaron, your turn. There's 5 people coming into this room.
Oh. Well, that's not good. This would be such a perfect time for the bomb. Oh boy. Okay, so I think it's time. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and give him a little Eldritch Blast. At just the one that I see first.
All right, fire ahead.
As he takes his gesture rod and the gesture sort of opens its mouth slightly and this beam comes through. That's an unnatural 20 to hit.
Hits.
Yes. 15 damage.
The zombie topples over.
And what does this gesture rod look like again?
Green, yellow, looks like a jester's head.
Okay.
Green and yellow patterns.
Perfect. Man, this thing's cool. And that would pretty much be it.
Raven, if you run across a room, you can hit a zombie.
Yeah, closest one.
Go.
Oh, shit. 13?
Hit.
So 15?
Dead. Roll me a wisdom check for this combat.
13.
All right. Your blade glows red. Now choose -2 attack or +1 AC.
Would you say the bleeding?
No, I said -2 attack or +1 AC as your blade goes red.
Well, +1 AC, obviously. Does it feel like anything when it happens, or is it just?
You get angrier towards creatures now.
Yeah.
You feel like they're posing a challenge, and you want to kill them for it.
That sounds like Raymond. So yeah, what AC?
All right, and now add 6 to that number up top or bottom, wherever you have it.
Okay.
All right, Evan, your turn.
Evan thinks on what he's gonna actually do. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna run up and that's been trying to hit me with a full-powered shillelagh viola.
Shillelagh.
So shillelagh at 11.
Hit.
Oh, 11 by itself hits?
Oh, then yes.
Okay.
Anything above an 8.
Okay.
Let's move this combat faster.
12 damage.
Almost dead.
All right. Yeah, that's his turn.
Zombie number 3 is going to attack. Oh, there it is. Zombie number 3 is going to attack Evan. Oh shit! Crit. It's going to slam Evan onto the ground. Is that D6 I just had? Oh. $12 damage to Evan. As you slam and the ground breaks under you. Zombie number 4 is going to attack Raven. 8 doesn't hit. Zombie number 5 is going to attack Raven. 13 doesn't hit. Next round of combat, 2 more zombies entered the room.
So they went past Evan to go get Raymond, right? Because
Raymond ran up to Evan.
oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
The only one that's far away is Aaron.
Yeah.
As zombie 7 and 8 just walk into the room behind those 2.
Oh boy.
Zombie number 2, it picks up its arm and smacks Raymond across the face with a 19 versus AC.
Nope.
Damn it. Yeah, zombie number 1's dead. Aaron, your turn.
Oh, more to join the party, huh? Great. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna bonus action. Aaron's just gonna sort of spin, and as he does, holding his gestures rod out, as he comes back around, there's sort of this wispiness around the rod, and he's going to just point at one of them. And this, it almost looks like there's this wispiness around him, but it almost looks like some kind of like targeting thing as he's looking at them, like in a game if you're focusing on someone. It sort of looks like that, but just made of this sort of wispy mist. Red mist. Keep forgetting.
Okay.
And he's going to fire another Eldritch Blast now that he can actually fire them instead of just making things happen. And that'll hit 18. Right there, AC 8, you said?
Yep, AC 8 hits.
I can't miss them unless a 1. Oh, that sucks. 6 damage. Oh, plus Hex. Which is... Okay, so 10 damage.
All right. Roll me a con save.
Oh, boy. 15?
You just made it.
Yes.
You felt something happening to your feet, and then it goes away. You get some stiff feet. It feels weird.
Do I see anything below me?
Nope, just stiff feet. Like
Okay.
you do that thing where you have to raise your leg up and just like rotate your ankle. Just
Okay.
feels really stiff. Raymond.
So I'm at the door.
You are.
Can I see anything behind the door, like in the other room?
You can.
More. What do I see?
You see a horde start making its way towards you.
Horde, like 20 plus.
Undead's like 10-ish from what you can see.
And these are double doors, right?
These are double doors.
Can I? So the door, did the door open inwards?
Yes.
So into this room.
Yes.
I'd like to try and close one of the doors, so they just imagine that max they can probably fit 2 through. Is that correct?
Yes.
So I want to like try and funnel these guys in, and I will just try. I'm going to try and close the door.
All right. Roll me athletics or a strength check. Because you're pushing these zombies away from the door, giving you enough space to be able to close the door.
Okay, that's fine. 12.
So you grab your shield and you give the zombies a good push back as you grab the handle, start closing the door, but you don't close it fast enough, and they're still coming in. You'll close it by next round, unless you want to use an inspiration.
No, so I imagine that Raymond's got like. I imagine the reason he didn't close it first time is because his shield is like raised in the direction of like the other door where they're coming through,
Yeah.
and he's just using one hand to push it closed. So yeah, I'll happily just wait.
All right. Next round, you'll be able to do it on your turn. Evan.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm gonna try to club this one again. 17 to hit? No,
Yeah.
19.
Hit.
Okay, yeah.
Anything above an 8.
All right. 7 damage.
You killed zombie number 2.
All right. Is there a way I can position myself sort of like in front of the double doors?
You can.
All right. Will I take any attacks or anything like that?
Nope. You're moving. You're just scooshing in where Raymond pushed the zombies off. So during that push, you would step in front of Raymond, and you would be between the double doors.
Yeah, I'm gonna just sit in front of those double doors for a second.
Okay. Zombie number 3. Since Evan's the closest one, they're all gonna attack him. Zombie 1. 6 versus AC. That's a miss. Zombie 4. 13 versus AC. That's a miss, right? Evan.
Yes, AC is 14.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Next zombie. 23. That's a hit. So 6 damage plus. Did I already give you 6 damage? Dan?
Paul?
Did I give you 6 damage already?
I don't know. You started cutting out. I heard damage, and then you said my name.
6 damage.
All right, 6.
Another 5 damage. Zombie number 7. It's a hit.
Well, other one. I'd like to use a reaction, cast my Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
All right, so a dex save, I believe.
Yes. Okay. That's a 10.
Yeah, that's not going to make it. So 11, 21 damage.
All right. Zombie number 5 is dead. All right. Zombie 7. That's a hit. 7 damage. And zombie number 8. That's a miss.
I'm going to potato.
All right. Potato. A wall of water spews out of your satchel and blocks the 2 zombie attacks before it from hitting you, and you don't take that damage. And you feel safety in this water.
What the heck just happened?
Yep.
Okay.
Potato.
Question. Is there like a cylinder of water around him, or is it like a flat wall blocking all the zombies' way?
A flat wall like spews out of his bag into like a wall of water, takes the 2 hits, and then just splashes into the ground.
Okay. Okay.
Potato.
Sure.
Dan, you don't have that power again.
Question.
Answer.
Does Raymond get wet?
You can get a little wet if you want.
It's up to you.
Yeah. The splash hits the bottom of your feet. You get a little wet.
Raymond freaks out. Turns into a gremlin.
No! All right, I'm going to need your character sheet. I'm going to kill everyone. Give it to me now. High AC. Let's do this.
Anyway.
Yeah, continue, Paul. Sorry.
That's my answer to everything. Potato. All right. End the round. 2 more zombies start showing up. 9. Yeah. Up behind the rest of the horde. And Aaron, your turn.
Okay, can I like just chuck my bomb out the door and like can I get it at such a range that it's not going to hit my friends, but it's going to hit as many other zombies as possible?
I'm assuming if you walked closer, told them what was going on, and did it, yeah, I'll let you do it.
Hey, just like I'm gonna throw a bomb, so like, yeah, don't get in the way. And then, how many zombies can I hit with this? Because you never told me like a radius or anything.
So from the remaining zombies, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 16 outside. You would hit around 12 of them.
12 of the 16.
Yes.
And is that 16 altogether, or 16 outside of the door?
That's 16 altogether.
Okay, perfect. And I can hit 12 of them. That's great. I don't know if they get a save, or if I roll an attack, or...
It's just a use.
Okay, so I just throw it?
It's ranged attack. Just give me a
Okay.
basic range.
Dex plus proficiency, or just Dex?
Dex plus proficiency.
Oh, no.
Look, you gotta hit an 8. That's all. That's why I almost didn't give it to you. There's no way you can fuck this up.
Inspiration!
Go for it.
Roll to 6. There we go. 12.
All right. Raven and Evan, your turn. What would you like to do as this bomb's about to blow?
Close the fucking door.
Evan?
After the door closes, any zombies on this side?
One zombie. Number 3.
And
Shalane,
Evan, I'm only closing one half of the door. Unless I can do both. Cool.
You can't do both.
I'm just doing one, dude.
then yeah, I'll close the other door.
All right. Opportunity attack from zombie number 3. Evan. 21 versus AC. That's a hit. 3 damage. Door's closed. Zombies turn. They all start beating the door. And Aaron, if you want to roll me that damage.
Yes. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay. My best 5d8s. On
Please fuck up. I just want it to be funny.
23.
23?
23.
Okay.
Yeah, 23.
Now, important question. Honestly, both Raymond and Evan. Did you move away from the doors once you closed it? Because I didn't hear that part when you guys were talking about it. You just said you closed the doors.
The door's actually closed, right?
Yep, the door's actually closed.
Yeah, there's no way that Raymond wouldn't duck into cover and raise his shield.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just what he'd do.
That's what the opportunity attack was for.
All right. I just wanted you to answer fairly. Explosion goes off, and the doors like bend in as they come out of the hinges, and you hear silence on the other side.
Oh, so there's just this one, or are there two? I guess we don't know yet.
You don't. You close the door. You hear a bomb. You go boom.
Okay, but there is one inside that we definitely know of.
Yeah, he fell over. He's prone.
Okay. And now it's my turn?
No, that was your turn right there.
I used my turn to let the bomb explode?
Then yes, I went through everyone. Aaron's turn again.
Great. I gotta erase this bomb. I'm gonna shoot this thing. I'm gonna take disadvantage because it's prone, but I'm gonna shoot this thing on the ground.
Go for it.
Where is another d20? There we go. 15
Hit.
for 9.
Dead. Raven's turn. Raven, what would you like to do?
There's nothing left in the room.
Nothing in the room, no.
That bomb, massive. It was a big bang, right? And the doors buckled in.
Mm-hmm.
So I imagine you can see, like, there must be some sort of like crack or something that you can see out of.
Are you actively looking through it?
Yeah, the plan would be if I can see, like, from the side of the door.
You would. The only way to see is to peek through it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
Because the door held most of the blast.
yeah, so Raymond would stand in front of the door initially and put his shield in sort of the defensive stance, sword ready, and it'd say,
You would see.
no, it wouldn't say anything. It'd let them do whatever he wants to do, and it'd just peer through the crack.
You see four zombies start getting up from the explosion, being knocked over.
And how many can I see that are not getting up?
Around 12 of them, more or less.
And not getting up. Okay. So I'm not taking any actions or anything, right?
No, that would be a free action to look.
Okay. So I think wordlessly, actually, Raymond would just swing one of the doors open and go out there and just start hacking. Clean up duty.
The door doesn't open. It's the blast hit the hinges where it's kind of stuck where it is.
Then you see Raymond run into a door. He thinks that if he pulls it, it's just open. So he pulls it and then charges and just he face plants this fucking door.
You notice the metal door is like ramped into the ground and into the ceiling, and it's bent inwards towards you.
Okay, I imagine that as Aaron is clapping, a split opens up just over his eye. Blood starts pouring down, and he starts just wiping the blood away. He just sort of shakes his head, and he turns to his companions, wordlessly, annoyed that he just walked into a fucking door. What's next?
Are we still in initiative, Paul?
If you want to end the initiative, you can. That's
I
right.
think so. Well, how big's this bend in the door? Like, can we?
So
There's.
you,
Oh, yeah.
Randy can curl through it. That's all you got.
Could we, like, with some effort, get through eventually, or are we stuck in here?
I think everyone but Raymond could get through with some effort.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have little Aaron and me just sort of by this bend in the door, just like I'll be using Eldritch Blast. He's got a little short bow that does like 1 point of damage.
So you want to end initiative? Just start shooting from the doorway.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
We're
just like kill the zombies unless they can do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll let you do it.
Okay.
Then initiative ends, and Aaron starts doing cleanup duty. You get this epic cinematic of little Aaron flying through the room, like sideways shooting the bow at each zombie. And to him, it looks like the most epic adventure he's ever had. But to you, it looks like a little fly just shooting little dots at zombie creatures.
Oh yeah, they suck. They're 1 point of damage. If it was like a real creature, it'd be poisonous and stuff, and that's cool. But against an undead, it's just a point of damage.
Yeah. End of combat, guys. Congrats.
Paul, could I potentially get like, how much room is this little crack?
Statistically, like 8 feet. No. Hold on. Like 7 feet, but it's only like 2 feet wide.
Yeah, so 2 feet wide, still plenty for what I want to do. You might want to call AJ back. AJ being Aaron Jr.
I got it.
Oh, hey, and he's still like shooting dead bodies, just like making sure they're all dead. AJ, get in here.
You see him come back as a new man with a bandana and everything. Sweat coming down his face. Like he just faced an army by himself of giants. And he won.
Yeah. Are they 100% dead?
No. But that's what you get.
Yeah, then Need them to make con saves as I stick my little trumpet through this hole.
You know what? I'm just gonna say they failed, but oh, I know. Zombies have 3+3 con save. Hold on, I can do this then. I thought they had like less. Oh, okay. That's 21. That's 13. That's an 8.
Well, the 8 and the nope, just the 8 will fail, but they'll still take half damage. Oh, 10? And 5 for the half guys.
They die. They didn't have much left.
Well, I think that's as good of a use for a bomb as we're ever going to get.
So what would you like to do?
Well, it doesn't look like Raymond can fit it through here. We could just leave him. Aaron sort of nudges Raymond.
Raymond.
Hold on, real quick. During the explosion, and when the dust clears, you see Randy is missing.
Which is fitting because Raymond was literally going to say, he's going to look around the room and say, we're missing something.
Oh, damn. Where's Randy?
And if Nathan was here, Nathan would be teleported to a cavern. And that's his little adventure right there.
And I imagine that when Evan says, where's Randy? Raymond is his eyes fix on this broken summoning circle or this collection of runes, and that's what he's looking at when he says, "Where's Randy?" And then his eyes sort of raise and look around the room.
The collection of what? Or what were you looking at?
There was a circle, a broken summoning circle, or some sort of
With all
magical. Yeah, the crystals that come out. That's right in the book.
You know, guys, I really don't think we need to worry about Randy. Doesn't it just feel fitting? Never mind. Something. I'm not too worried about it. Doesn't it just feel like he should be gone? Right? And he sort of looks up towards the sky and then remembers what happened like 4 sessions ago that I vaguely remember with his patron leaving, and kind of frowns slightly.
And Raymond says, it just means there's no way out of it, doesn't it?
Actually, yes, it does. And he looks around. Aaron now feels like he's missing something, but it's more in his head. Perhaps there's something about it in the books on the study. And Paul, does it look like there's any more coming? Do we hear anything? Do we see anything out of that crack?
For now, no.
For now, okay. AJ, keep an eye on the crack. Make sure nobody ends up, charging us.
He gives you the 1,000-yard stare, and just gives you a nod as he flies through the door.
All right, we can perhaps look through some of these books. I'd love to do that, but first, and he'd sort of kneel by the summoning circle portal thing, and I'm gonna take a little bit of time just examining the crystals, examining this portal, um, seeing if there's anything I can glean, especially like if some of the energy has come out of the crystals here.
All right. Do you want to take a basic 10 arcane check? Just do like you take some time and just look it over, or do you want to take a 20 and take like an hour doing this?
What were you saying?
So if it helps, I imagine that Raymond would be helping Evan or Aaron. Fuck, I forgot which way it is. But I would be assisting in investigating this portal.
Okay.
And depending on how long it takes for that to happen, will be depending on how long he stays.
So that
I
would
imagine if it takes over an hour, he would walk away and to start like clanking his sword across walls. Like he'd be looking for like secret passages or something stupid. But if it takes any less than an hour, he would absolutely assist.
All right.
Sorry. In theory, I kept thinking you were done. In theory, that would give me advantage on my check. Could I spend less time and just like make a roll?
You
At
can.
the advantage for okay. And advantage. Oh yes. Okay, that's gonna be a. Do I have proficiency in Arcana? No, I do not. So that's gonna be an unnatural 20.
Okay. So I'll come back to you.
Okay.
Raymond, you said you want to just help him, or do you want to just start clicking walls?
In fairness, as you got the advantage already, if it took an hour or less, I would be helping him.
All right. It's going to take an hour or less.
Okay, and if, like I say, if it took any more than that, he'd get frustrated, bored, and he'd just start clinking stone. I assume that is what it's made out of. Just clinking walls, pounding it frustratedly, being like a child.
No, you can't give me more details if you're not going to do it.
I want to.
Nope, you got to decide, buddy.
Well, I'll give you my thing. If it's an hour or less, it'll help.
Then it's an hour or less.
Sweet.
Evan, what do you want to do?
So there's these shards, this portal, and all this. I think Evan's gonna. You mentioned books, right?
Yeah.
I think Evan's gonna sort of look around for the books to try and maybe a map.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'll start with Evan. Evan, you find a scroll that's like opened up, burned, but it's opened up on the altar in front of this large portal thing. And it's like a summoning to open up the chaos gate and it's like scribble notes and scribbled all around it. It's like ultimate power can grant the users that control the chaos can like control the world, things like that. And it's like the spell to open up this chaos portal, but it seems to have been some of it's burned, so it's like an incomplete spell now.
I think Evan is gonna like sort of take the burned bits and like just sort of scrush them up even more in his hand.
Okay. You do so.
And toss the good bit, wrinkle it up, and throw it off to the side.
Because you have more time than them to be doing stuff.
Yeah, I guess if he can't find anything there, he'll go help with the other guys.
Okay. So after some time passes, I would say like 20, 25 minutes, it resonates with Raymond and Aaron that this portal is to connect to the Chaos Realm, is what it was opened up to do. And what you get from the Chaos Realm is like things of where chaos magic comes from, where anything of untapped power to like unbalanced things.
I hope you meant to just mute yourself.
I did. Sorry.
Okay.
So, of like unbalanced power, things that shouldn't exist there, and they were trying to open it, and they succeeded. And things, and the way these crystals are like broken fragments of this portal. Like this, the portal was once whole, and when it broke, it shattered like glass. Like this is the glass that's stopping both worlds from colliding. That's what you both get. What Aaron gets more of is something did break through, and the force that came through it broke the portal, so to speak. And when it tried to like force its way through, it shattered the portal and everything around it, and it just started spewing chaos into what it seems like this dungeon crypt. And you're gathering from maybe with the arcane locked door, it stopped the the magic that took to close the gate, that closed the outer portals where the elevator was the only thing to stop it from spewing out to the rest of the pyramid, and it just stopped it at the dungeon part. And you're connecting that this chaos magic warped whatever those chaos blobs were outside. Like the people that were there were warped into something else.
So, a creature or some sort of power came through this portal and broke it.
Tried to come out of the portal and broke it.
Failed.
You don't know if it failed. You
don't know if it failed.
You just
could
got
or could not be here.
Yeah, you just got the part where an immense force tried to crash its way out, and that's what broke the portal. You don't know if it came out or not.
But, well, I don't know if I'd know this, but does it seem like a being, like a creature or something, or am I not really sure?
You're not really sure.
Do we see like any tracks that we haven't noticed before?
If there was tracks, it's not here anymore.
Oh.
Like it's been eons since there was stuff.
Oh boy. And Aaron just oh.
And while you guys mull over this, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
So be right back.
Wow, this is bad.
I mean, I'm new.
Yeah.
And this could be way off, but am I like Beholder? Am I thinking that? Is this a thing?
No, don't tell that to Paul. Don't
I'm not,
say
he's got, but like they float, don't they? They
do
don't
float?
have any.
Huh.
And they're pretty badass. And
Let me put it this way. If a beholder looks at us, we die.
well, at this level, you mean?
Oh, at most levels.
Oh shit.
They have, well, let me tell you about the beholder.
You fucking educate me, Chris. Educate me.
First of all, it probably isn't a beholder. Beholders aren't super tied to chaos, although it definitely could be. Let me just tell you what a spectator can do, and this is like the weakest kind of beholder that exists. It's like the baby beholder. It only has 1 central eye and 4 eye stalks. It's got 14 armor class, 39 hit points. It bites for a d6 -1. Doesn't seem very scary, does it?
Not yet.
Well, let me tell you. Confusion Ray. Okay, so the spectator shoots up to 2 of the following magical eye rays at 1 or 2 creatures that can see within 90 feet of it. It can use each ray only once on a turn. So it has to do 2 of these, not 2 of the same one. Confusion Ray. You make a DC 13 Wisdom save, or it can't take reactions until the end of its next turn. On its turn, the target can't move or use its action, can't move and uses its action to make a melee or ranged attack against a random creature within range. So you, if it looked at you with that, you would just hit me or whoever's closest to you with the sword. Paralyzing Ray. Target must succeed a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or be paralyzed for 1 minute. That's 10 rounds. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. Fear
I'm telling
Ray.
you now, Chris. But just before you continue, when you eventually become a father,
Yeah.
and you tell your kids bedtime stories, I imagine that is how it's going to start. Like, oh no, it's not the worst dragon. This is like a baby dragon, and I tell you now, this is how disgustingly fearsome it is. Could you imagine being in your bed and your entire house got thrown into a tornado? You're just gonna scare the shit out of these kids.
Oh, I'm totally gonna scare.
That's what you just did to me. I was just like, oh fucking hell.
And it still has 2 more rays to go, bud. Let's say
Yeah, I'm sure it fucking
doesn't
does.
to confuse or paralyze you. Fear Ray. DC 13 Wisdom save or be frightened for 1 minute. And you can repeat the save. And Wounding Ray. Make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or take 3d10 necrotic damage. Or half as much on a successful save. And finally, well, for all, create enough food and water to sustain itself. So it just doesn't need food or water. But then additionally, finally, as a reaction, if it makes a successful saving throw against a spell, so let's say Evan thunder waved it, and it made its save.
We talk about the hoarder still.
Yeah, or a spell attack misses it. The spectator can choose another creature, including the spellcaster. It can see within 30 feet. The spell targets the chosen creature instead of the spectator. So if I Eldritch Blast it and it misses, the spectator decides, I think you're going to Eldritch Blast Raymond. Once every turn. That is the baby beholder.
Right. So we're thinking like owlbear. That's fucking terrifying, Chris. Don't do that
The
again.
beholder is so scary, man. You never want to fight a beholder. A normal beholder has 10 different rays and can use 3 of them around.
No, but
Its
Ben
rays
wants
are
to find a
DC.
beholder.
Yeah.
Not right now. Well, yeah,
Ben
but
wants
not right now. Like now.
No.
I threw that out there. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm brand new to this. What do you think about a beholder? That sounds like a thing. And he was just like, "Shut the fuck
I mean,
up." Open his monster
I'll
manual.
give you
And
an
just
honest.
like, this
I'll
is
give you
it.
an honest answer. There's no beholder in any part of this part that you're in.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Not after what you just said. Jesus fuck. Right, I'm gonna take my 1 minute break just for a second.
Okay.
All right, you still got a minute. That was the last thing I heard as I was getting up. I heard Chris say, "You're fucked," as I'm pulling out my earphones, and I'm like, "Wait, what's that?" And I hear Ben just like, beholder. I was like, all right, that's enough. I'm gonna put these headphones down. I'm gonna take a piss.
No, Ben said beholder, and I'm like, don't you dare tell Paul that. And then I read to him the statistics of the spectator, the baby beholder.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh my gosh. He told me the way I phrased it and the way I did it is how I'm going to scare my children with their bedtime stories. Because I pull it out and I'm like, oh, this is the baby beholder. And I tell it, natural armor 14, 39 hit points. It bites for a d6 -1. Doesn't sound that scary, right? And then I go into the eye raise.
What Ben doesn't know is British Adventures Part 2, beholder at the end.
What level are they?
Not enough.
Like a real one or a spectator?
That's a real one. It's okay. They'll be fine. I believe in them.
What level are they, though?
I think they're level 4 right now. By the time they reach the beholder, I think they're going to be like level 6 or 7.
Oh, so they're not even close to being able to do that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I believe in them, though. I have faith.
The normal beholder could just go bite them. It wouldn't even have to use its eye raise.
Yeah.
Uh,
You know what's really good?
What?
What?
Give me more ideas.
I cannot for the life of me remember what it was called, but there's a supplement for 3.5 that was like a secondary monster manual for some setting I don't remember the name of, but in that setting there existed a beholder that was created to hunt down beholders.
Hold on, I have the 3.5 books. Let me look this up real quick.
You know what
I want to say it's Monsters of Faerun. I could be wrong.
I don't have that.
Favorite.
I have a lot of the 3rd edition books because they were free online, and I thought everyone was playing 3rd edition at the time. Then I found out, no, everyone's at 5th edition. Why do I have these books?
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back.
You know what I just found out, Paul?
1 is the loneliest number.
I'm here.
1 is the...
I mean, I can say thank you guys. I'm just in my closet.
You know, Paul, a beholder can actually make 6 eye rays in 1 round.
I know.
I didn't know that.
How
Then
is
I
that
looked
even
at
possible to win?
legendary actions. Dude, normal beholder
They have like layer actions. That's the thing, right?
ray does 10d10 necrotic. It's actually called a death ray.
That's like average 50. That makes sense, right?
55.
That's fucking disgusting.
Gouging.
I'm telling you, man, they're gonna be fine. I believe in them.
Also has Enervation Ray that does 8d8 necrotic damage. It also has Disintegration Ray that does 10d8 force damage.
I believe in them.
Slow,
It's okay.
fear, paralysis, charm, telekinetic, sleep, petrification. That is
And
a whole.
magic eyeball.
And yeah, it can anti-magic anything its main eye is looking at, so you can't cast spells.
So, like, strictly speaking, that's more dangerous than a dragon?
Most.
On
Depends
paper?
on the size of the dragon.
Pardon?
Depending on the size of the dragon.
Okay.
Every time I put my laptop on my lap, everyone cuts out. Because the moment Dan was saying something, I put the laptop on my lap and it just cuts out. And then I see Ben talking and I'm not hearing it. And then I put put down my laptop, and I can hear everyone clearly.
Let's carry on because I want to know how big this beholder is.
All right. So that's the end of the description I said. What do you guys? Your move.
And Aaron just like starts to speak several times and ends up falling silent as he looks at these crystals before just quickly beginning to pick up any of them that seem to have any glow, sort of wrapping them up. I have a feeling we're going to need these, perhaps, or need to dispose of them. Either way, they should not stay here.
Yeah.
Paul, are there any books on the table that have the words "beholder" written on the cover?
Funny enough, you should say that. There is. There's like 5 of them.
Oh, it's like an encyclopedia.
I'm joking. There's not a single one.
Oh, that was a joke. I feel like out of frustration, if so Raymond would try the door, like to try and pull it open. If he can't see any way out, you say you can't, apart from that door.
Are you gonna physically try, or just gonna yank it again?
Yeah, like physically yank it. See if I can open the door.
Strength check it.
15.
You feel it, but not enough to open. You feel like you need more help on this.
It doesn't move. Is it like stiff? Like the metal's
like,
dug into the stone?
Yes.
I imagine that would be enough to send Raymond into a hissy fit. And he's just going to start pacing the room. And like I said before, he's just going to start like this room's like made of like stone, like jagged stone, or is it just like a smooth?
Jagged stone, like brick by brick.
Yeah, he's just going to start walking around, clinking his, like smashing his sword. He's going to throw a tantrum. He's going to start hitting walls, just angry that he can't get out. It's almost like he's trapped like a lion in a cage.
Roll me perception as you're doing that. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do?
I'm just going to be packing any crystals that are glowing even a little bit until I'm done.
All right.
That's a 14.
Evan?
I might try to help him open this door.
Well, when Raymond gets back to it, I'll allow you to help him.
All right. Or maybe, considering what I rolled, could I try and open it by myself?
What's your roll?
A net 20?
You feel the steel bend as you're doing it, and it creaks a bit, like it's sliding across. But it took all your might to do that. You could definitely help.
Yeah.
You don't know what.
Raymond is furious.
Raymond, at some point during your hissy fit at hitting stuff, you hear a hollow point.
Yeah, that's what I want. Where is it?
I'll let you pick whatever you want to describe as.
I kind of want it to be a floor.
It can be a floor.
Maybe behind the chair, perhaps.
Do it. You hear a hollow point behind the chair on the ground.
So as he's sort of swinging his sword wildly.
Wait, important note that you're doing this. Where the skeletal head was and the body, it turned to dust.
Yeah. So imagine that that draws his attention as he hits, and then he hears the dum. Or is it more than that? Dum.
Yeah.
Like this thud.
Thud.
And as he goes to walk away, squints, takes a few steps back, and like sort of jabs at the floor, like. Dum, 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 dum,
You hear it
dum,
in
and then
hollow, and there's like more. You hear like a hollow box.
and then he hears Evan like bend the door. Hears that, and that. He's already annoyed, but that pisses him off. How could he? Like, I put all my effort in, and I couldn't. And so he just smashes at the floor a couple of times in anger as he, well, depending on what happens, he will go towards the door. But I'm hoping that he smashes some stone away.
You smash some light stone. It seems like stone that could have been lifted. It's different from the rest of the stones in this room. And as you smash it, you see a lever underneath.
Hey, hey! I found something.
How close am I to packing the crystals?
You could be around done. Your bag is pretty full, though.
I'm okay with that. I don't think we should leave any of them here.
As you're picking up the last one, you can walk over to Raymond.
Yeah. Put it in. Yeah, what's up? That's not what he says. Maybe for Aaron. Yeah, sure.
As you get there, he's made a hole, a small hole, and he's now got his gauntleted hand in the hole, and he's like just snapping bits of this like flagstone, just snapping it out. Don't know if we can see it, but he's just pulling it apart.
Oh.
And he says, "Down there, down here."
Yeah, and he takes his gesture rod and just points, and this beam of red energy just shoots at the stone trap door that you're busting through. Can make an attack roll, Paul?
What's trap?
Hit his hand, or
what trap door?
Or what he's busting through. I mean,
There's a lever. But yeah, you could do it. Shoot, attack roll. Anything that's not a 1-0 hit.
Okay, well I rolled a 2, so
Okay, good thing I said that then.
it narrowly misses Raymond's hand.
You feel the singe and heat of your hand, Raymond.
Oh, max damage. 15 damage.
Yeah,
Everything he's busting through.
Raymond pulls up. Shit, I imagine if it's max damage, like maybe his gauntlet is it like fire or?
It's force. It is.
It just burns.
So he just like pulls his hand out, reaches it to the sky, grips his teeth. Why'd you have to go and do that?
just trying to burst up the door at the thing. What? And he'll look at it. Did it make like a? Can I see him better? Did it bust through some of that?
There's now a small crater-sized hole and there's a metal lever underneath, like in the center of it.
So I mean, it worked. What'd you say?
So is it generic? Is it just a lever? Does it have
a metal lever
in it, like a beholder head, or?
Nope, it has. It's just a metal lever. God dang, you're making me want to pull a beholder if you keep saying this.
And
is it like a whole bunch of little levers that look like eye stalks?
I mean, I think Raymond just looks at Aaron.
Aaron will pull it.
Correct me. Yeah. Okay. So Raymond looks at Aaron and sort of clenches his mailed fist, where you just fucked him up.
And Aaron
Seems like.
I keep thinking you're those pastas. Sorry.
So I pause and think, and then say. But yeah, he just looks at you.
Okay.
Gritted teeth.
Yeah, Aaron will look a little apologetic, but that was pretty cool. So it's only half-hearted as he goes and pulls the lever.
At the far end of the wall, you hear mechanical movements as this this wall begins to split open, and a doorway begins to reveal itself inside, and this smell of awful stench comes into the room of just rot.
Where does that open?
At the far end of the room, like where you guys are at the study, like maybe 20 feet behind the study is where the doors open.
Just so it's like clear in my head. So that's, I imagine like south is where the zombies came through and we came through.
North is where those stone doors open.
Okay, and then so that south is where the reading desk is with the skeleton.
Mm-hmm. No, north. And farther north is the doors. South is where the zombies were. Middle of the room is the portal. North is where the skeleton dude was that you guys killed. And farther north, where the wall was, is the stone doors opening.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. So the room's bigger than I thought in my head, but that's cool.
Yeah.
So I imagine there's this creaking starts as the wall just opens and begins to open. I think Raymond just looks. He just looks at Evan, and then he looks at Aaron, and he says, "We found another way out. I hope it's the way out." As he utters under his breath.
Oh, thank God. I thought I was going to have to keep doing this. Evan says, like, finally sitting down.
AJ, just oh boy, keep an eye on that door for another minute or so, and then come down the path and find me.
It gives you a thumbs up.
All right, unless we want to rest here for a bit. I'm always up for taking a break, but otherwise, it's about time for us to hopefully get to the bottom of some of this.
Yeah. Yeah, Evan coughs up a decent-sized glob of blood. Probably keen on resting.
Yes, you look like you need it. Raymond?
Whatever you need. And he holds that gash above his eye.
So short rest or long rest?
How long is a long rest again?
8 hours. You're taking
8 hours.
Taking a
It's the only
major
way to get
snooze.
everyone's spell slots back, isn't it? You can't get them back for sure.
A short rest, and he actually gets most of his spell slots back at a short rest, right? Right, Evan?
I think so, but I'm at 1 HP.
You fucking really?
Yeah.
Healing potions refill on the way out, but I don't know. We may want to take a long rest.
I mean, if we can try. I'd be.
Try. That's a good point.
It seems like the most
So-
hostile place to be taking a short rest, long rest, but I think we need to.
Let's try for a long rest. I really don't need it. I'm at full hit points. But for
Who is so selfish?
what?
Who is so selfish?
For I mean, I did jump into a few chaos oozes for you guys.
So a long rest?
You did.
We should try for a long rest.
Okay.
This is going to end badly.
Raymond, roll me a wisdom check.
I'm okay then. 14?
All right. Is it under the number that you have written somewhere?
Oh no.
Of course it fucking is.
Raymond,
It's double.
22.
Yeah.
Raymond, you feel you have the sudden urge, no matter what it is, you need to kill something. Like this blade is commanding you to kill something. It doesn't have to be your friends. It just needs to be something.
Can I narrate this? Or do you want me to actually do something horrible?
All right. So through your mind, the blade is just like stabbing your mind, going like, I must feel blood. I must kill. I must murder. I must bring death. Bring me death. Let me kill. Over and over again. It's just chanting at you until you get this done.
So can I...
You can narrate. It's not it's going to keep going until you kill something. And if you don't start killing something, it's going to start hurting you.
Okay, this is what I was going to say. And if... I mean, it's up to you, but... I imagine that the two of them are like sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Maybe huddled against like a desk or under a chair or next to a shelf. And I'm taking watch. I'm looking into this hole. The blackness behind the stone wall that opened, and that sharp pain. I imagine maybe the sword glows a little, but I don't see it.
Burns red.
I don't notice it, but there's something. And then all of a sudden, he just grips his forehead with his nails. And next to him, oh. And he looks behind him and sees his two sleeping companions, and he goes for his hand axe. He doesn't pull his sword; he pulls his hand axe just off a loop on his belt. And then he hears a scurry as he looks towards the blackness, and out pours this tiny rat. And he sees it for a second, and his eyes go wide, and cuts it in half. And then he puts both of his hands into the blood that pours out and just touches it. It's just on his fingertips, and he rubs it into his palms.
Important.
And he's breathing heavily.
Important question. Did you use the axe or the sword?
I used the oh fuck's sake, Paul.
If you say that you said axe.
I said I pulled the small hand axe.
Yeah, you did. So you're using
That's
the
what I
axe.
said. Yeah.
That you feel just a shout, no, I must kill, not you. I must kill. And you're feeling more pain, more agitated. You need to do this quickly.
Do I know that it's the sword? I mean, is that a feeling?
Ed,
I mentioned maybe if it, and the voice that was I heard that in my head.
yes. At this point, I'm sure. Like, assuming you only have a few sort of rate of weapons, and you know it's not you saying this. I'm assuming you would think it's a sword at some point.
I mean, yeah, the hammer and the axe, they're like tools. They're not weapons. They are tools.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. I mean, Raymond would probably stand up, hearing this voice in his head, and if he saw the sword glowing, he would pull it out, and look at it in front of his face, the hilt, and part of the blade in his eyesight.
Now, if you accept 10 damage, I'll allow you to use this brute force to push the metal doors open and go out and find a kill. Or you're going to have to stab one of your friends. Whatever works for you. But now that you killed the only rat in this room,
I think honestly, like playing the character, he might stalk towards one of his companions as they were sleeping, in this haze. But I'm hoping that Raymond will be strong enough to find his blood chest somewhere else. If it was magical or something horrible, I don't think he wouldn't do it.
so
He would sooner take his own arm off.
so just think. Well, it wouldn't be arm; it would be have to kill, and it would be more like it's just a headache. You're not being compelled to do this. You're just getting a really bad headache the more you don't do it.
Okay.
So, however pissed Raymond would be after a headache would allow him to do these things.
Okay. Still, he wouldn't strike his sleeping companions.
So, 10 damage. Open the doors.
Yeah, I guess.
You start grunting and yanking and start like rage screaming at these iron doors. By the time your friends wake up to your screaming, you've opened the doors and you just walk into the halls. You're like grunting, looking around frantically. Your head's beating more, and you see a small blob-shaped chaos creature, and you run to it and start stabbing it over and over again until it just dissipates into the ground.
Raymond, what are you doing?
The headache's gone.
What? You awake? What?
Shoot. And he grabs the jester's rod and he stands up, swinging it around, Eldritch Blast going off into nothing. Creature, where? And he shoots like 3 of these before he actually opens his eyes. One maybe narrowly missing you. Before he just kind of like looks around. And I assume you're sort of out in the hall and maybe just coming back in by the time Aaron actually like wakes all the way up.
Uh-huh.
What happened? What's going on?
As Raymond walks back into the room, like this door's just like been wrenched open, he just says, I thought I heard something. There was nothing.
He snaps his fingers. What are you thinking, Raymond? No, I'm gonna roll an insight. I'm gonna roll an insight before I do that. I feel like that's a little too metagame. So can I roll an insight against like your bluff? Because I don't want to metagame.
Oh yeah. That's to me. Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
More. I'm gonna use an inspiration though. That was not better. 4.
I imagine that you just read his face, like his actual face, rather than anything beyond that. And you probably see that he's slightly distressed. But I can't imagine that you'd probably see fresh ichor running off of his blade that shouldn't be there. But apart from that, I don't think you'd see anything else.
Okay. Yeah.
Unless Paul wants to.
I think that's fair.
Like he's done something. He's obviously.
Yeah.
You've seen the doors slightly ajar more, and.
I mean, Aaron's definitely tempted to like just glean your thoughts because he has no sense of privacy. But he looks to your face and he believes you, at least to a point. However, he does look down at your sword. Found something? Points down towards the gore still left on it. The ichor, as you put it.
Raymond will he sort of looks down at his sword and he wipes it across his leg and sheathes his sword. And he says, "It's nothing. Honestly, it's it was just one of those things they tried to get in. It's dealt with. We can move on. Is it Evan awake or?"
I think so. You were screaming. He looks down towards Evan.
Evan,
Apologies,
surprisingly, is still asleep.
Huh. Oh, no. And Aaron looks towards Raymond. Oh, I don't know if I can resist this. Oh, fine. And Aaron taps Evan's forehead, and he's going to detect thoughts on Evan to see what he's dreaming about.
You would find yourself in a room, maybe not that big, about 15 by 15. And it's a solid white room with a couple doors everywhere. And you would see sort of a person. Oh, geez. I haven't had visitors in ever. Presents? He says, looking around. This sort of looks like a much younger Evan. Hello?
And Aaron just stops, and he kind of like tries to almost touch himself. Are you talking to me?
Oh, kinda, yeah. I mean,
That's interesting. And Aaron just sort of like grabs himself. He looks down and makes sure like he's him and he's not embodying another character in the dream. That's very interesting.
Yeah, see, I sort of exist within Evan's head, and I make things organized and clean. You're not the first person that's came in here. You're just the first person that's came in this specific part. This is, kind of the me room.
Oh, you've had visitors before though? I mean, not here, but he's had visitors before?
Yeah, people that just drop by, say hello. Some kid that keeps sending him messages when he's awake. Some lady that's in love with him, granting him magic. But, most of that stuff stays, in the messaging department, not in the staff room.
And a smile goes across Aaron's face that is just so obviously mischief. Well, where's the messaging department?
Messaging department, it's should be through that door. And you notice a door just forms.
Aaron nods and begins to walk into the messaging department.
Yeah, and what you see is sort of like this. You ever played Grim Fandango?
No, but it sounds super familiar.
Well, there's like basically this one like sort of turret thing that's shooting letters, and doom, 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 and these letters are going into this like separate piles, some going to files that you can see like memories, discarded waste, that kind of stuff.
Huh. So Aaron's pretty much just gonna pick up like a random memory. What is he? Or look at a random memory or whatever. Well, what does he see?
You sort of see like this thick sort of like paper envelope that you unwrap, and it's just like, hey Aaron, can you hear me? Or hey Evan, can you hear me? And you would notice it's your voice that just spawns out of the letter.
Wow. And he opens another and just
Yeah, then
and, well, you can.
yeah, and then you notice a feminine, Evan, can you come find me?
Oh, that's
And then, you know, if you just keep going, it's you'd find like a bunch of messages that you basically have either messaged or mind spoke to them.
yeah. Huh. Hey, look around. I don't have too much whoop. And Raymond, you would see Aaron just after one whole minute of just his finger pressed against Evan's forehead. Maybe you tried to shake him awake from this trance. Maybe he finds himself on the other side of the room. But whatever happens or has happened, Aaron just sort of jerks suddenly. And what has happened, Raymond, since Aaron zoned out for a full minute? Just there.
Unless Paul says something, pause from, or hear anything from this hole.
Other than that, whatever number you have in your corner turns into a 10 again. No, nothing.
That's handy. Raymond will just watch you. And you said, how did you react when you come up when you left his temple? How did you react?
It's just sort of shocking. He just has this like surprised look on his face. Whoa! Ah! And he looks around, very just confused for a second before he sort of gains his bearings.
I think he just looks at you and says, did you find what you were looking for? Like you did with me.
No, not at all. You had something
says,
on your. Yeah, what do you say?
He sort of interrupts you and says, good. Some things are meant to be kept personal. He doesn't glare at you, but he gives you like, he gives Aaron that sort of sympathetic look. Some things are meant to be kept personal.
In his case, I just sort of meant to find a dream. However, I do to some point agree, Raymond. However, nothing gets fixed that way. And while in an ideal world where nobody needs help, you'd be correct. That's not the world we live in. Evan, for one thing, seems to have. Can you guys hear that background like chainsaw?
No.
Okay, great. Because there's somebody like chainsawing in my backyard, and it's super distracting to me. But as long as you guys can't hear it. Anyway, sorry about that. He says, Evan, for instance, he has something in there. A younger version of himself, I'm not sure, but I spoke to someone who could see me. There's a being inside of his head. That is a huge piece of information that us as his allies should know. Another person that could possibly betray us. I don't know enough about it, certainly, but that's not how the ability is supposed to work. At all. Something is wrong with him. Something that could perhaps get us in a lot of trouble. Or perhaps...
He's always seemed fine.
Yeah, what were we saying?
He always seemed fine to me. Have you ever noticed anything strange about him? I haven't. He must be the normalest one out of all of us.
I agree, which is why I'm so confused. I was expecting to see a rather bland dream. Something about, like, meeting a girl or playing a performance. Instead, I was led into some sort of large building, large dreamscape, perhaps. His very brain. It was all organized to a measure that I'm sure mine isn't.
You and me both. And Raymond just sort of shakes his head as, is Evan, is he stirring? Is he waking? Because I imagine the conversation would sort of come to an abrupt halt, that we were talking about you if you were starting to wake up.
You might get the occasional as he turns, but no, he's just not going to wake up.
Okay. Raymond says, the information that you find from us, and he gestures to all of us, that only helps you understand us. And unless you do anything about it, it's meaningless. And you shouldn't stay in our heads. You should stay out of our heads. And he gives you a glaring look. And he says, this is important. Somehow this has become important. And he sort of gasps as if he's going to speak again, but he doesn't.
Paul,
Yeah.
this is totally not how the spell works. Can I let him detect my thoughts?
No.
No.
No. Sorry, buddy.
Please.
I can't project my thoughts onto him.
Do you really want to do it? I'll give it a one-time pass.
I feel like it doesn't really make sense if it could just one time. I was thinking between Awakened Mind, where I can like share my self with people, language and imagery that transcends language, and detect thoughts. I might be able to like jerry-rig something, but
So the problem is you've done this before, but the way you described it last time was they got bits and pieces of it that they saw. You see more clearly. They see like a fuzzy image of it.
I tell you what I like.
If you want to do it, we can do it like that again.
I really like the idea, maybe not now, but at some point when you do it, when you do it to Raymond again, or either of us, if we make the save, then we peer into your mind, and it's almost reversed. And then there's that second save or whatever it is that peers deeper into that bit where it's really personal, not just surface thoughts like you did before. I I suppose that wouldn't really work now unless you, in the middle of this conversation, grab my head.
Yeah,
Which would be really, really inappropriate, by the way.
Huh. Yeah, so if he could get a fuzzy, like I don't really remember what happened last time. What happened last time?
So last time you said you wanted to jerry rig something, and you explained it to me. You didn't tell me what the tech thought, but you said you wanted to project an image to someone else. I don't remember when it happened, but you said you wanted to. You used the word jerry rigged with your open mind.
Oh, the awakened mind.
Yes,
Okay.
you said you wanted to jerry rig something, and I allowed it. So I'll allow it again as long as it's kind of fuzzy. Now let me go shut up my bird while you do this.
Okay. Let me real quick awaken mind. Communicate. Okay. He looks at you and he looks down at your sword. You wiped it off on your knee, correct?
Yeah.
He sticks his finger in some of this terrible goop that is now on your knee, and he takes it and he draws just a little circle on his head with a line through it. On his forehead. On Aaron's forehead. And as he just sort of swings this ichor off of his finger down onto the ground, the excess of it, he slams, he just headbutts you. He straight up throws his head into your forehead, which he almost has to like get up on his tiptoes to do. And Raymond, you see sort of among these mists, you would see an older sort of elven woman with a human man, and they appear to be sort of chatting with a little baby Aaron sitting in one of the chairs. And they appear to sort of smile as cut forward with a more adult-er Aaron, maybe 10. The human man taking his fist and throwing it into the elven woman's face as he says something. You can tell he's just angry as he looks down at her. You hear the word secret just pulse in your head. This word sears itself into your mind. This horrible pain, almost akin to the thing your sword was doing to your head. Just secrets. See Aaron leaving. And the last sort of fuzzy image you get is of Aaron sitting in a tavern. Not a tavern, a like city hall type thing, watching two people walk inside, you and Evan. The first time you all met. As Aaron smiles, you can hear that word sear itself into your head. Secrets. As you jerk your head away, and whatever time has passed, you're not quite sure, as this gore is just sizzling and evaporating.
As my head like sort of jolts away, I imagine that that goo you drew the circle on the line, like you say, it evaporates, it sizzles, and it sort of smokes away. And Raymond just looks at you as this happens, and he just looks into your eyes and says, "Secrets." And then he shakes his head, like, "What the fuck was that?" And he looks at you, with concern and intrigue, and then just sort of shakes it off.
Aaron gives a half smile. It's addicting, isn't it? But that's not why.
And Roman says, as you say, addicting, he says, under his breath, he says, it's dangerous.
It's very, very dangerous. And not the kind of thing to be in my hands. Perhaps someone who's a little more trustworthy. However, he extends his hands. I can do it. And while I wouldn't call you more trustworthy, well, perhaps more trustworthy than me, Evan can't. Randy can't. I would say Randy's probably the most trustworthy out of all of us. Although he doesn't have much else on us. The point I'm making is power doesn't always go to the people who deserve it. The thing I was originally saying, and he kind of cuts that proverb off, is that it can be important. How are we ever supposed to trust each other if we don't know who each other are? I don't know anything about it. And he extends his hand towards him. And I only know what I know about you because of magic, but before that, because I could glean from your face. You didn't tell me. You've told me very little. It's understandable. I'm not saying you should necessarily be more forthcoming with your words. But we're going to be risking our lives for each other. Trust is essential. I don't mind sharing everything with you all. Better that than dying. Better that than being left for dead. I do what I do so I can trust you and know exactly how far that trust can go. And to perhaps be of some aid. And he puts
Raymond
his
sort of
finger
went,
up to make
"Oh, God."
this little tiny measurement. It's also a little addicting. But that's a very small portion. And he gives this slight smile with his little joke.
Raymond, every time you say the word trust, and you almost see him wince, but he doesn't fully embrace the wince. He's sort of, you see him like convulse. And when you finish, he says, I trust you with this. And he looks down at himself. I trust you with my life. That has been proven already. But I cannot yet trust anyone with this. And he touches his temple. No one needs to know this. He shakes his head.
You may trust me with your life, but should you? And he gives him another smile. You don't really know.
Raymond nods, contemplating what you've just said, and he just nods.
You don't know if I'm worth saving, but I know that you are. And that's the difference. And I'm pretty sure Evan is, but I'm going to have to do some more peeking around.
And as you say that, Raymond looks into the blackness beyond these doors. And he says, for now, not in here. And he taps his forehead, taps his temple, but down there. And he points to the darkness beyond the separating walls. Concentrate on this.
He nods. I can do that. And Aaron's gonna go sleep.
And Paul has not had to say a word for 30 minutes.
It's a good day when I don't have to.
Can you trust your players, Paul? My God.
I do. I just found out 2 good pieces of news. None of them are relevant to this game, so I won't say anything. Hold on.
Man, I can never get my players to do that.
What, roleplay? I seem to get it all the time, buddy. That seems like the normal to me. Can't ever
Roleplay
get
like
you guys
that.
to stop. Can't ever get you guys to stop.
Yeah.
Just lose a 30-minute chunk of my session every time you do.
Got to look at my brain office, man.
Right? That was cool. That was
We don't even
totally-
separate it. We don't even break it up into like little 5 minutes. It's just like, here's 40 minutes of like in-depth roleplay.
Now let's get back to the session. That's how it is. Instead of having it all throughout, we just have this like big moment. And then we get back.
Anyways, getting distracted by me telling Ben stuff that has nothing to do with D&D.
What do we see as I point to the darkness behind the wall and we both look?
Other than nothingness, nothing.
You see AJ trying to
AJ?
creep you out.
AJ standing guard. I should have made you kill AJ. That would have been good. Oh, I didn't think about that. Damn it. All right.
You see 2 tiny little eyes, and you guys and we both like and then AJ comes out of the darkness.
So nothing uneventful happens for the rest of the 8 hours. And you wake up full rested, all them healings, all them spells, all that backstory reveal. Good to go.
Nice.
If Randy and Evan do not wake up by themselves, I will probably go to Randy to pick them up.
Well, Randy's
Hey.
not here.
Oh yeah, shit. Chris, you said something about Randy.
Maybe.
He's not here. Anyway, so I'll go over to that. Yeah, I'll go over to Aaron. Evan. Fuck.
Well,
You get there.
when the 8 hours pass, almost immediately, not even yawning, Evan gets up. Good morning.
That was too well timed to not be a
Yeah,
coincidence.
Jim goes off.
That was too well timed to not be a coincidence. Witchcraft.
I did it. It's magic. I cast minor illusion. That too.
No, it was my Chilean friend letting me know how well he knows about the American flag.
Hey. Shillelagh.
Chilean. That's so good.
Oh, boy.
It's never not going to be funny for me. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, he gets up. So good morning, evening, something along those lines. Everyone good? He says, realizing he was the last person to get up.
I don't think that was in the morning, so I think Aaron's probably still asleep. Yeah, because I went back to sleep and then I think Aaron's probably passed out cold. If I read the situation correctly.
I think Raymond would wake you up. At least.
Yeah.
And he says, good news.
Yeah.
No one's dead. And he reaches out a gauntleted hand and pulls you to your feet. Maybe passes you some food that I don't know, if you have any dry food or something that's not rotten by now in this shithole. He'll pass that to you.
Cool. Yum. Mediocre food.
Not quite moldy. I'll take.
Yep. Nothing like a shoddy breakfast to get the day started.
Yeah.
Cool. Good talk. I love it.
Wow, with all that.
I mean, definitely going down the hole or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you tell me.
You have to tell me, buddy. I can't just say you did it.
Oh, we did it. I imagine that we all.
We got all the loot. We're
Yeah.
out.
All right. So you're gonna get up and walk down that hall.
Sunlight.
So you're gonna get up and walk down that hall.
Yep.
So after smelling that awful putrid smell that you've been smelling for, I don't know, 8 hours, you start walking down this hall and you see decayed corpses hanging on hooks, body parts missing from each one of them. Most of their hearts have been punctured out. You see entombments of mummies being like ripped open at some parts and grappled. And at the end of the hall, you see 3 woman figures, hearts punctured out, eyes gouged out, and like their stomachs ripped open. And there's 3 chests right in front of them. There's no exit from this room.
Sorry, these 3 people look like what?
Womanly figures.
Okay.
But chained up
Chained up to the wall
with chests in front of them.
with 3 chests in front of each one.
And are we in like a cave?
Yep, it's like a small cave. It looks like it was once in a long hallway to an office, but then they removed the office and just started hooking up people onto the walls.
So 9 chests altogether.
No,
Oh,
3 chests.
3 in front of all of them, not 3 in front of each one. Sorry, I misheard you.
No, 3. Yes.
Yeah.
Derp.
So as we approach, I imagine within, 30, 40 feet? Essentially, I want to use that divine sense again, see if it actually does anything. To detect celestial, undead, or fiend within the area.
You detect none of those.
Raymond does not vomit as he sniffs the air.
Nice.
Good sign, guys.
Sign, no vomit.
Great.
All right, let's open these chests, Aaron says as he walks forward carelessly.
Imagine like Raymond like goes to pull him back as he just completely goes.
Yeah. I'm going
Be
to
careful.
just sort of flick my arms down, and this glowing half see-through red armor is going to come around me as I cast Armor of Agathis, just in case. But that's about as much care. Like, he has that on, and he's like, I'll be fine. Open up one of the chests, or is it locked, or?
2 and 3.
What? Sorry.
There's 3 chests. Which chest do you want to open? 1, 2, or 3?
Random 2. Roll the die.
2. You open up a chest and you find a dead baby inside.
Whoa! Closes the
Okay.
That's a bit much, Paul. Come on.
Sorry, buddy. That's what's in it.
Okay, number 1. Aaron just continues. He looks freaked out now.
You find dried up red bags and bones inside the first chest.
Close. Walks over. Opens the 3rd chest.
Hold on. My mic is acting up.
I want to say on the 2nd chest, he just opened it up, like threw it open. The 1st chest, he like kind of slowly opened, and this one he's like off to the side, like waiting for something horrible, like getting ready to close it.
25 versus AC.
I knew it. Why didn't I do something? Yes, that hits.
As a giant mouth opens and like clamps down on half your body, trying to swallow you whole as a mimic. Rips open arms from its side and legs from the bottom and stands up in the room. Roll initiative, guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're cutting out. How much damage?
Oh, I didn't roll damage yet.
Oh, okay.
Good point, though. Good point.
Dude, I want him to take damage.
15 damage.
That's a lot. He bites into the armor, and the mimic will take 10 cold damage.
Okay, cool. 10 cold.
However, that bursts through the armor, and I still take 5 points of that.
Yeah.
In another level, though, that wouldn't have done anything.
Mm.
Need to level up.
What's your initiative, buddy?
Oh, no. 18?
18. You're first. Oh wait,
What
I didn't
about-
roll. I didn't roll the mimic. You're right.
Yeah, what about everyone else?
They put it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Sorry, I guess I cut out for a while and like couldn't hear you guys. I was kind of talking. I'm like,
Aaron first.
Okay.
You're inside this mouth. Its tongue's wrapping around you.
Guys, this really sucks. Oh boy. Do I want to just suggestion can work on anyone, right?
No.
I mean anyone with intelligence, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, anyone with modern intelligence, yes. Not with very low intelligence mimic, no.
Oh. Well, thanks for letting me know.
You're welcome, buddy.
Shoot. Okay, so that doesn't make any sense for me to cast. Detect thoughts wouldn't help. Invisibility wouldn't help. So I guess he's gonna turn, and he looks close. He looks even a bit scared. As he's gonna go ahead and say, "Well, I guess I'm just blowing my load," and he's gonna tap this mimic, and that sort of dark wispy targeting system, or that red misty dark red misty targeting system surrounds it, as he just sort of reaches for his gesture rod, and he's just gonna try and blast this thing. Oh boy, I'm gonna blow another inspiration. Oh shoot, that was such a waste. 12?
Hits.
Oh, okay. Would 9 have?
No.
Okay, good. All right, so with the hex, that's gonna be 20 points of force damage. Oh, and I'm gonna
Okay.
give him disadvantage on strength checks for the
Okay.
hex.
His AC is 12 to make this combat a little faster.
Oh, okay, good. As this blast just
All right.
and goes probably inside of him.
Raymond, your turn, buddy.
I'm going to ram it with my shield, and I want to put it on its ass. I want to put it prone or grappled or something.
You can grapple its legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. 23.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, even disadvantage? All right, I'll roll just for fun. Oh, okay. I already did it. 9. So you grab its legs.
I want to imagine that Raymond runs towards it and brings his shield up across its shins, if it has shins, and like hits it and then just piles it to the floor. And he's on top of it with the shield like at its neck, if it has a neck. That's how I imagine that he grapples it.
I will give you shins and legs, no neck. It's a chest.
Okay, so he's just like bracing down on it.
Okay. That would give advantage to Aaron if he ever wants to escape the mimic's mouth on his turn. Mimic's turn.
And he'd have disadvantage with the hex, so that might even be easy.
Mimic is going to first start chewing as his bonus action. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's a good number. It does. Oh, let me add it right. Does 21 hit your AC, Aaron?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Does 10 damage.
Yeah, I'm alive.
And then, as his action, he's going to extend his whippy arm and smack Raymond. 23 versus AC.
Yep.
Right? Oh, shit. 9 damage. And that's it. And Evan's turn.
Can a mimic make a intelligence saving throw?
I mean, he can try. Two.
Amazing. All right. So, basically, he starts to strum his violin a little bit, and the mimic, in its primitive mind, begins to see the armor that it bit into on Aaron just start appearing all over us and our friends. And as long as it's on this 10-foot cube, that it's taking damage from this armor.
How much damage?
1d6 psychic on my turn. So you want me to go ahead and roll?
Yep.
All right. Okay, so 2 psychic damage.
Cool.
As long as it's within this 10-foot, as long as it's within like the 15-foot of where I've cast it.
Okay, Aaron, your turn.
I'm gonna try and break free.
That seems like a good idea.
I mean, I have advantage and he has disadvantage, but I'm pretty sure Mimic Strength is pretty good, so we're gonna see what happens here.
Yeah.
Oh, one of those is a natural one. The other is a total of 15. Shut up.
I rolled a nat 20 and a 15. So that's 18. That wins. Come on.
Is that my action?
That would be your action. Do you want to use your inspiration?
I'm never gonna roll an 8, dude. I got +0 to that roll. Also, I rolled concentration for
Take a
Hex, and Hex dissipates. Actually, yeah. Oh, Hex dissipates. Wow, I forgot that affected that. So yeah, the dark wispiness goes away from when he damaged me last turn, so he doesn't even have disadvantage.
I mostly gave disadvantage for Raymond because he's doing.
Okay. Isn't that why I get advantage? Okay. Well, either way, he still wins.
Raymond, your turn, buddy.
I imagine I'll just try and plow this thing with my sword as on top of it. I'll just sort of rear up and bring the sword down. So just normal attack. Oh, what a time. Oh, no, that's not. $18?
Hit.
Fucking attack modifier is ridiculous. 10.
Damage. All right. Hey, roll me a wisdom check.
$18?
All right. Choose which one you want. You're in another question. -2 attack, damage, or +1 AC.
I mean, knowing what I know now,
Your choice, buddy.
I think I can afford the. Is it the AC, you say?
Well, +1 AC, -2 damage.
Oh, fuck, I'll go for -2 damage. Let's see what happens.
All right. Nothing happens.
What?
No increase in the number. You just
No
get -2 damage.
No decrease either. Fuck you.
Nope.
So you just take -2 to damage. Oh, because you're not relying on the sword. Okay, no, that makes sense.
There's some shit going on, man.
You sneaky devil! I finally. Well, I think I understand.
You're getting there. Mimic. He's gonna chew a bit. He's a little hungry. Oh. 12 versus AC, Aaron.
Why has little Aaron not been attacking? Stupid. I mean, I'm stupid. What did it get?
12 versus AC.
No, that misses for the first time.
Somehow, while he's chewing you, he misses. Tentacle arm hits Raymond. Oh shit, nat 20. Wow. 10 damage.
Ouch.
That's really low.
Yes, as you.
Well, I was supposed to double it, so it's really low. It was 5 damage, which I doubled.
Fair enough.
All right. Evan. Oh wait, how much damage does he take now, Dan? Every turn, or is his turn or your turn? Either way, he still takes damage.
It's on my turn, so is it my turn?
Does he get to save from it?
He gets a save to investigate to see if the illusion's real.
What save is that?
Intelligence. Well, he gets to make an investigation check if he has that for some miracle.
Yeah, so if he wanted to, he'd have to spend his action to make a check, though, right? You'd have to make his
I think so.
an investigation check.
Okay. You didn't do it.
Use that on you. You use that on me.
Anyway, so
Evan.
4 damage.
All right. 4
From
damage.
that. And then Evan, as a searing ray of water goes to hit him, will a plus 18 hit?
Yep.
All right. Oh, wow. 1 damage.
Oh, jeez. All right. Hold on. I need to roll something real quick. Okay, cool. Aaron, your turn.
So am I still getting any bonus or penalty to trying to get out of this thing?
He has disadvantage on grapple because he's being grappled by Raymond.
Okay. Now, my invisible sprite could take the help action, right? To help me get out. So I could get advantage, I guess, because sprite's 3 strength is enough to help with that. But statistically, that could work.
That could work. You're right.
He distracts him. He like tap dances on top of the mimic.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna try to get out of this thing again. That is a 20 and a 19. That is a natural 20 with
14.
advantage. Okay. I'm gonna get out of this thing then.
You bust out the jaws of life.
And
You're slimy.
grappled creatures can't make attacks of opportunity. Is that right, or is that only in the old editions?
He can't make attack of opportunity.
Perfect. I'm gonna like move 30 feet away.
Okay, you can.
Perfect.
All right, Raymond, your friend has escaped.
Does it cost me anything to try and keep it grappled?
No. Well, yes. You would have to make a roll to keep you grappled if he's trying. No, he's not trying to escape you. So no.
Okay.
You only have to roll unless he's trying to escape your grapple.
Okay, so therefore I just imagine that I stab him again, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. 12?
Hits.
Nice. 11 damage.
Hurts. Looks pretty bad. He's going to open his mouth and just fire a hail of bones and gold, potions, paper, everything that's inside his body. He's just gonna fire it out at you guys for
That's the coolest.
5d4 damage
Oh my gosh. Save of any kind? Or at who?
at you, all 3 of you.
Okay.
So everyone can make a dex save.
18.
Just pass.
11.
Doesn't pass.
Inspiration.
You can use it.
Okay, so with inspiration,
Oh, you
16.
fucking asshole.
What is it, Raymond?
Well,
Oh, I'd passed Evan.
It-
What was it?
so I still got 11. Like, that was my highest.
All right. Rolling.
Oh boy, here we go.
16 damage, Raymond.
Yep.
8 damage, everyone else.
I would be down, and that's a lot for 5d4.
That was 5d4.
16, yeah?
16.
So I need to make a concentration check to keep my other spell up.
Yep.
Chris, how does this work?
DC 10 or half the damage dealt, whichever is higher. So
All right. So 10 on the die.
Would you believe me, Ben, if I said the dex save was 12?
Ah, believe it, yeah. Fuck.
it's just
Oh.
like
Did I add a D6?
Anyway, can it make a dex save now?
Oh, it can, and it will once I find my d20 that's in my pocket. It's 10.
That's a fail, so it will take... Oh, that's a lot of 10s. 20... 25 damage.
It explodes, and all his wooden parts and guts go everywhere.
Yeah, as this just
And a
gush of water pours from Evan where like a coin hit him in the eye or something.
purple crystal lands on the ground.
Just before we get to the purple crystal, if you allow it, Paul,
What?
if you will allow it,
Uh-huh.
as the bones and the potions and then after that the wood just explodes in my face. Raymond loses an eye. It just fucking blasts one of his eyes out.
Do you want... All right, serious question. Do you want to lose an eye? Because
Yes.
that will give you disadvantage on a lot of things.
I think yes.
All right, you would have disadvantage on all attacks until you professionally know how to fight with one eye.
Okay.
All right. That
Imagine
counts.
it's like a shard of fucking, like, as these potions like pour out, a bit of glass and a bit of wood sticks into his eye, and he sort of like swipes it away, and just tears his eye straight out of his socket.
All right.
And he puts his hand to his face, and uses his lay on hands on himself to like cauterize the wound.
Man, you're gonna hate this in about an hour.
I don't get.
All right, and that's it.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'll never get used to that much water coming out of my body. And he'll go over to Aaron and using, I guess, a use of his healer's kit, stabilize him.
sterilize who?
You?
I'm up. I would have been knocked out if I would have taken full damage.
Oh, my bad. I thought you said you were down. I don't stabilize anybody.
Aaron's over dramatically laying on the ground, so you know he might let you stabilize him.
Artists do it until he realizes you're breathing, and then he just puts his tools back up. All right. That was...
Hey, what's everyone max HP, real quick?
31.
38.
44.
Wow, that sucks. Okay. So Raven's bleeding from his eye. That's cool. Highly recommend.
Well, and he looks to Raymond. Raymond, you, and he points towards your absence of an eye.
Wow.
And Raymond's just screaming. He's just like roaring, shouting, as you see like his hand like burn red, as he literally makes his eye part of his forehead and behind the ear just scar tissue as he immediately cauterizes the wound and lay on hands for HP. He's in a lot of pain.
You brought that on yourself. I mean, why did I say that? Grabs the crown. Well, and he starts to say something a couple times. Before he sort of looks up at the sky and just flips off the roof. You brought that on yourself might not be the best analogy. Completely correct. Whatever. And Aaron begins to sort of somberly, just like one at a time, grab a gold piece, put it in his other hand, grab a gold piece, stack it on top of the other one. Just like he knows that we could use this stuff, that he spat on us, and that it's probably important, but his heart's not really in it. So he just kind of like picks up one, puts it on the next one, just like very slowly and somberly, just collecting the stuff it spat at us. Do I see Raymond's eye?
You do.
Can I make like a sleight of hand check to pick that up with some cloth?
Oh no! His eyeball, you don't see that because the way he described that eye is just gone inside his eye, unless he wants to pluck that out.
Oh, that's creepy.
He ripped his eye while rubbing the glass through it. So he just has a broken eye inside his skull, unless he wants to pluck that out.
Oh, okay. So his eyeball didn't come out. I misunderstood. Okay. So never mind then. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he's just gonna be doing that.
All right. So real quick, everyone. You feel really sleepy. Everyone feels really sleepy. No matter how disgusting or how much pain you're in, you feel very sleepy. To the point where you can't stand up anymore. And you hear behind you a small chuckle. My lords, thank you for not finding the staff. See you soon. And you all fall asleep. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Does AJ fall asleep as well?
Does he have more than 48 HP?
More than 48 HP.
Sleep spell.
Is he casting sleep? Because that takes hit points and then it takes them off. So like if I have 31 hit points and he casts a 48 hit point sleep spell, now there's 17 left to affect other people.
Then I am reading this spell wrong.
He could have a different version of the sleep spell or something.
I'm gonna make it do a version, just for Dan's sake.
That's fine.
Not gonna happen again.
That's not how sleep works.
All right, not gonna happen again. Just for
the
Dan's
story.
sake.
Little Aaron has like 2 hit points.
All right, he's asleep. So yeah, we're gonna end the session there.
Okay.
Good game,
I've been
guys.
going about half an hour anyway.
Sorry about that, Dan. I didn't know you had other issues, and also I lost my place in the role play, so I was like, when do I bring other things up? I'll bring it up later. Oh wait, no, later. How about later? Oh shit, it's been too much later. Where do I go from here? I forgot that there's a mimic thing that you guys have to deal with.
Anyway,
that was really cool, man.
Session, as always.
Fun, guys. Good game. Good game. Oh. So, any questions, comments, or concerns? Did you guys have
Do
fun?
we level?
Huh?
Do we level?
Oh, yeah. Hey. So, really important. Everyone can level up to level 9. But you're not allowed to use those skills until I tell you.
Level 9?
Level 9.
What?
Like, we can't. Okay, I get what you're doing. My bad. All right, yeah, that sounds awesome, but I kind of have to take an early leave. So, see y'all guys.
All right. I'll
Let
explain
me-
more later. I'll explain more later. Bye.
Yeah, so Dan's cool with that fucking analogy, but I am not. What the fuck are you talking about?
All right. I haven't decided yet, but you guys all level up to level 9 or 10. I'll get back to you. I think it's going to be 9, though.
Okay. Paul,
Yeah?
have you watched The Winds of Circelaine?
No, what's that?
It's a game where everybody plays for a while and then they all level up to level 10.
Oh, no, I haven't watched it.
Okay. So that's why, because that's what that immediately made me think of, because they become what's called the Winds of Circelaine. They get wings and level up to level 10 from like 4. So
No, that's lame. Mine's better.
Oh, we'll fucking see about that, Paul. 'Cause that game
9.
is-
I'm
that
so
game is
excited.
awesome.
So, yeah, go not
No.
level 9.
Seriously, what do we do? We just level up our characters to 9 and then
Yeah.
what? We can't use what we do, or
So it's basically, I know you guys are going to have much more stuff, but you can't use those spells and skills yet.
so
That's what
no
I'm trying to say. Because
the
during
HP is
roleplay,
cleared.
you're going to have different stuff, and you're going to want to use them, but don't use them yet.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. You're not going to be just level 9 already. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Okay.
Huh.
It's like sometimes when August started, or like in the British Adventures, I said, "Hey, you're this level, but don't use the stuff until like I say, like until you go to sleep." And now, oh, you're level whatever you were. I said you were
Yeah.
going to be.
Okay.
Things like that.
Cool.
So level 9 or 10, I haven't decided. Maybe 9 though.
Well, I'm still only going to have 2 spell slots.
That's okay. I don't have to worry about you.
But now I
That is like,
person.
I don't know how to do that.
Do what?
I don't know how to level up to 9. I don't know what to do. Whether to.
So you keep leveling up to level 5, and then 6, and 7, and then 8, and then you go to 9.
Yeah, but there's like options. There's multi-class options, and
It's okay. You just go 8, then 9.
Okay.
Ben, I can give you any help if you need it.
Also, Ben, I'm gonna need you once you figure it out to show Nathan how to do it.
Oh, fucking hell.
Don't worry. His,
That's easy enough.
his is much easier. He doesn't get much. He gets more uses of his medallion. Level 7, he gets to add double proficiency to all charisma stuff.
Whoa, can I get that?
That's difficult. Like, I haven't. If it's not in the fucking handbook, mate, I don't know how to level that guy up.
Oh,
You might need to privately hang out him to do that.
I could also just send it to him. He doesn't
Yeah,
know.
we'll just send him a new character sheet because I don't know how to level up something that's not in there.
There's a reason why 9.
It's fun though. It's good fun.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think we ever got to level 9 or 10, so I wanted to make it memorable.
Oh man.
Even though I hate I want to end this campaign soon. Oh, you guys are getting really into it. Yeah, I've been saying that for a while. Been saying it for a while, Chris.
No, but I thought that was because I was leaving.
Oh, well,
Like-
that was also part of it.
Okay.
And it was like I was gonna end this campaign, and then you guys go like, "Oh, but we're gonna be really into the role play now." It's like, okay, that's not fair to me. I already wrote the ending. How do you want me to do this? Yeah, but role play.
And then you can make a Pathfinder campaign because that's like what's the good system. And then yeah,
So what? I missed what you said.
then you can play Pathfinder next time. You can run Pathfinder next time instead.
No, I don't want to run that weak system. I want to run the Ghostbuster system.
Ugh.
Get you all rolling 66 all the time.
So what are we playing after this? Anything, or you taking a break? Or what?
I'll get back to you.
Any idea like around how many sessions? Are we looking at 1, 3?
They're not going to be open sandbox session like these anymore.
Okay.
So they're like, hey, we're going to do, this is how many sessions I'm planning on doing this. Here's the story. Let's do this. Because I figured out I do love doing sandbox sessions, but there needs to be an end.
Yeah. I don't mind a little more structure by any means.
I feel like the last few sessions in this temple, because it's been streamlined, it's been more fun. Like less, oh, we go to this shop or we go to this part of the wood. It's like, no, this is the room. This is what you do. I don't know. It feels much more cooler.
I am always in favor of something close to railroading. I don't think I don't like being completely railroaded by the DM,
Yeah.
but I am totally fine with, being mostly railroaded by the DM.
Just the way this session, the way the last few sessions have gone with the role play and
Yeah,
the
that's
cool
what
shit
I
that
started
was thrown
figuring
there.
out.
It's just been
Like,
awesome.
I did make a world and it's full of stuff, but in my mind, you guys aren't ever going to find all the things. So it's better if I just make stories that just involve all the things I wrote, and like you're just playing in that part of the world, that in that moment.
Yeah, definitely.
Just finish that part up, then move on to something else. Then we can get more stories out of the way and more different characters and all that stuff.
That's one of the biggest things I'm struggling with the West Marches game that I'm running, because it's a little more sandboxy, and in some ways it's been really fun, but in other ways I'm like, man, I want to run like a more streamlined, like story driven thing.
Yeah.
It took me a while to realize that it's easier to do that. Like everyone advertises sandboxing as like the best thing that you could do. That's why you make a world and everything. But that's for like people that want to play like 9-year campaigns and don't want to level up every few weeks.
I've been wanting to run this campaign in like a jail in hell, where everybody plays or starts out as like level 1 commoners, and the fight is to like get food and water at the beginning, and the whole point of the jail is like to turn people lawful and evil to prove their soul. So if you lie, you take psychic damage. If you do something too good, you take penalties to your stats for short periods of time, things like that.
That sounds complicated.
It's not too bad. I've run a few things on some of the few optional roles that I think will work nicely.
I want to do D&D in space.
That sounds complicated.
No, it's not complicated because someone else already did the work for me.
What'd you say, Ben?
I think I said that sounds cool for you, and that was it.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Yeah, I've been really.
And then I was going to say that I really want to play a Jedi or a Sith, but that was it.
That Jedi class, buddy. Let's do it.
Eh.
Let's do it. Let's do
I'm
it.
more of a fantasy dude. But
No,
you
I
guys
Star
are
Wars.
totally space, man.
I'm a fan of
Like,
everything.
I'm not a massive sci-fi guy. I'm much more fantasy, like you say. But I don't know.
It's because I showed you that Darth Vader conversion of it.
Yeah, like this fucking paladin, dark paladin in Darth Vader bloody armor.
Yeah.
Man, we're never going to get to it. But there was a lightsaber in that fucking spaceship that you're going to go help Veronica with. And it was a wish ring that you were going to have to make the choice of the wish ring is powering her ship, so you either let her go home or take the wish ring.
Man. Oh man.
Like I had that just for Chris because I remember him saying wish ring every time he played as the other character. I don't know why for some reason my head keeps going like Gilgamesh or like some other weird G name. But like you kept saying wish ring, so I was like, I'll put this spaceship is powered by a wish ring. And then you guys got to make the decision out of in character whether to take the wish ring or not. Because the wish ring technically could help all of you in some way or another. In character, but for out of character, you guys would really want that wish ring.
That argument would be fucked.
I know. I would probably, depending on how many wishes were in there, I think Aaron would believe that he could take the wish ring and then wish that her ship would work without the wish ring.
No, it was only a one wish ring.
Oh, okay. Then Aaron would really wonder why she hasn't just wished for that yet, or something.
Because she doesn't know it's a wish ring.
Okay,
like when you guys go to the generator and like open it up, you find the wish ring in there.
Wow. I wish for more wishes, of course.
And you realize so much things I want to say, but I was like, I gotta save this.
A wish ring is the best thing to give to a player you know isn't going to use it immediately and is going to keep it a secret.
That's even better because one of you would have went down there and found it if you all didn't go down there.
That would be amazing. Because then this one guy just has something powerful in the back of his pocket and doesn't tell anyone about it. And that's something Aaron might do, but anyone else, I feel like Aaron would eventually find out when he was poking around their head.
And there's so many other things I wanted to do, but yeah, that's the reason why I'm gonna stop with the sandbox, and then just go like, hey guys, here's a game I want to run, here's a story, make some characters, let's play. It's gonna be this many sessions, hopefully.
Yeah, cool.
So the way I'm starting to plan out sessions, I'm gonna aim for a number, make as many like events that lead up to that number, and if it leads up to the number I want, I was like, okay, it's this many sessions. Then I'm going to hope during the gameplay it's gonna be one less than that session or one more than that session that I said. Because that's how most of my games have been running so far. Like the first British adventure was the test. It's gonna be 5 adventures. Oh no, it's 6. I was wrong.
Too much roleplay.
Too much roleplay. The problem is, buddy, you can't account for the roleplay. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't stop.
It's not a bad thing you can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop.
Well, I'm going to need to
Can't stop,
leave
it's so
because it's
great.
late.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, Ben, before you go, one last thing specifically for you.
Where's my
Your
logo?
character for West Marches is like done, yeah?
Is what?
Your character for West Marches is like done, right?
It's done, yeah.
All
And I
right.
can play, but I can only play on these Mondays.
Okay. You
So
want
it's
to
like, well, unless something really obscure comes up.
Okay. Maybe we
So,
can
like,
talk
if
about next Monday?
we could talk about it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I just want to like open that up.
Yeah, I'm only hesitant because everyone seems to have played a lot, and it's like obviously the more you play, the more fun it is type game.
Yeah.
So if I play like one session next week as level 1, I'm playing with like 2 level 5 guys. Is that going to be plausible?
It's the thing is, I wanted to actually, because an account for that, I wanted to start you at like level 3, but I feel like it's a new system, so maybe that wouldn't be the best idea. It's definitely possible. We've had it happen quite a few times, and it's worked out okay as long as you're smart.
Yeah.
But if your
Well, Ben can't
character
do it.
is like dumb rushing into combat when he really shouldn't, you're gonna end up dead.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
there was a rather successful game that was run recently with a level 1, a level 5, and a level 7.
Okay.
And it worked surprisingly well.
Okay.
Especially since you're ranged, it's going to be a lot easier for you. It'd be really hard for a low-level tank or fighter, physical melee kind of guy to get in there.
Yeah.
But ranged, it'll probably be fine. It is definitely more fun the more you play. And I can do more with what you do. I hand out special abilities sometimes for people that for people that I can feel like they need to have something cool, or they've played a lot and it's like, oh man, you should be able to do this, but you can't by the rules. So here you go.
Yeah. That's cool.
So the more you play, certainly, but I think it'll be fun if you with like Dan.
Talk to me in the week.
Yeah.
Message me in the week, and we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm cool with that.
Paul, you interested in getting into it?
No.
No?
No,
Okay.
I'm just going to keep reading your messages the more they keep popping up.
You're just going to keep reading them? Keep stalking?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
All right. I need to leave anyway, so take it easy, guys.
Take care. Bye.
Good game. Take
Yeah.
it easy. Bye.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, shit.